Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Been a while since I've done a stream, a couple days in fact. Usually I try to do one every day. Anyways, I've been working on a Shopify store, reactivated the old one. For those that are interested in these topics I'm about to talk about, you can sign up to quantlabs.net/book. From there, you can easily get some tech secrets that I use and will be using in the future for the micro e-mini markets. Also, as a new link, I've got here quantlabs.net/python3 if you're into building custom trading bots. So what I'm about to talk about is exactly this, and let's get to that. All right, so a couple things I want people to understand. Originally, I've been testing both what was and is still a profitable uh, bought. But the problem is, that hasn't been taking any trades lately. And here's why. You can look at the top 20. You can see here on the moves of the top 20, only one is profitable. And the one that is profitable, this Atom or Cosmos, is highly volatile, so my system won't take it. It's been majority negative, but we can see here that it is starting to build some momentum now, where it's starting to go a little positive. So that is now what we call crypto against crypto. So it's either whatever crypto and Binance that is tradable against either Bitcoin or Ethereum. Each one, if it's really popping, both the Bitcoin and Ethereum corresponding coin will react and will move both in the same both markets. Also, I've been testing for the longest time, and it's the same data as the Binance US. So I'm trying to trade the US markets as well using Binance US. So here, when I ran both bots last night, the one in crypto wasn't trading as much. There was not as much opportunity. Didn't take trades because of the volatility. Just didn't meet up the entry conditions that I have. Nothing's really changed in this bot since I last showed it earlier this week, where it was making pretty good profit, but because of the downward pressure in the markets, it hasn't been taking any form of trades at all. But the one in the U.S. markets with Binance has been trading. The difference between that, it will trade, is only when overall the market is moving. So if I showed you the logs from last night, what happened was there were about 5 or 6 different coins that all were entered at the same time, with Bitcoin obviously leading the way, and took the trade and then exited pretty close at the same time, about 4 or 5 of these positions of different coins. And they're all correlated around the performance of Bitcoin. This also includes like Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, some of the other big ones. And they're very, very tightly correlated to the performance of Binance in the Binance US. So I noted that it did pretty good. If I traded it, this crypto one is trading real money, but there's been just no opportunities, like I said, for the last couple of days. But the one in the US markets is taking trades under a certain condition, where it will trade those, let's say, 5 positions at one time, close them out, and then during the night, and I've only tested this since last night, there are other coins that will move and will have positions, but the problem is they now start taking losses, so I have to tighten up the exit. Now, one way to control that, where it pops, where a lot of them will pop, is when what I call where it's a risk-on environment for crypto against the big 5. Those big 5 are usually that I've talked about all the time, and it seems to work the same way in Binance US, is when they all have a volume-weighted average price with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Ethereum Classic. When they all move and over a certain amount, like a 2, when you calculate all that, that's a chance that the markets are very strong. That's a time to trade. So what you're doing is, once you have hit that VWAP, or the volume weighted average of those 5 coins, yes, it's time to trade because everything's got the momentum and the support to sustain profitable positions. So that's what I'm seeing in the markets, and it's when it's really strong. There's some other conditions as well that I look for, but I think that's what I'm seeing as a pattern in the U.S. markets with Bitcoin and the others in the U.S. markets, and it's totally different with crypto against crypto and Binance. Same two ownership, the exchanges are the same, but because it's U.S. dollar and then versus as a U.S. dollar market versus the crypto in Binance, which is a lot of the Americans will not have access to, that one's going to be more volatile, so the positions move more, and you're trying to eliminate that process of taking bad trades because the chances of volatility and having losing positions is pretty high. So you have to meet a certain target on the entry, and then you're waiting it out for the exit. So I'm hoping those days come back. But the U.S. markets, it's similar entry, but the exit's totally different. Actually, the entry is similar, but as I said, the only difference is when you have those big five saying, yes, this is the time to trade. So that seems to be the consistency of the profit. I'm going to be testing these over the next few days, seeing where it goes. I'm going to still be running the crypto bot in the Binance Asian market. That, again, is profitable. Wait for those opportunities coming back where the markets will allow profit to come about. But as I said, when you look at the moves for the last 24 hours, it's been similar for the last 3-4 days. It's been absolutely negative with the exception of this Cosmos. The U.S. crypto bot seems to be having more opportunities, but it's only dependent upon if everything's moving at that time. And usually, last night as an example, that opportunity lasts for about an hour. So you can't sit in front of a computer and hope manually that you'll get your opportunity. You have to have the bots do the job to wait it out and run it 24/7 in order to make profit. So I just want to highlight that, all these important elements I'm seeing in the markets. Other than that, we should talk to you later.